People's Food Co-op is your neighborhood grocery store owned by 12,000 of your friends and neighbors. They serve high-quality foods, natural products, and support local farmers, featuring organic produce, meat and seafood, house-made bakery, deli, and more. You don't have to be an owner to shop. Learn more at www.pfc.coop. Prevention is the key to a healthy life. That's why Gunderson Health encourages you to learn about vaccines and how they can help you and your loved ones stay healthy. Vaccines protect against preventable diseases and viruses by boosting your body's defenses. Visit GundersonHealthFacts.com to learn more. Artspire is back on June 10th at the Pump House Regional Arts Center. Enjoy live music from Nicholas David, Charlie Boy, and High and Rising, plus a fine art fair, interactive art projects, and visual and performing arts. The event is free to all. Learn more at artspire.thepumphouse.org. We connect once again with Nicholas David. We catch up and find out what's coming up for this talented musician. We also get into his headlining show at the 10th annual celebration of Artspire, which also features music, performances, fine art sale, interactive arts, food trucks, and beer. Come watch Nicholas David at Artspire, Saturday, June 10th. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, weekend picks, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is Lacrosse Local.
Let it out, don't be afraid, don't hold it in. For the days are only falling on the other side of us.
All right, so it's been a little bit. We chatted with you on episode 333 right before Christmas. You had a show with Greg Hall and the Wrecking Ball here. But now you're coming back for the 10th annual celebration of Artspire, which is another favorite of mine. But you're going to be headlining the night.
Super excited.
We've talked about it in the past, but I mean, do you always like to come to the little river community of La Crosse, Wisconsin? Any chance you get?
Yeah, I was talking with my wife about it. La Crosse in Winona, South River Valley, been kind of coming down there ever since I've been playing music, and I'm still playing music. And so I was like, man, if I'm still playing, where do I want to play?
Sure.
And that's just kind of the thing. It's like, we're still kind of wild enough to still be trying to do this as a career. Like, what do we want to do? I trusted a lot of my direction to a degree to experience in the industry. It's just a walk in that rock and roll highway is like a little bit under the spell, if you will, of this is the history of magic and of rock and roll and stuff. As with anything in life, we get to kind of do our version of it to a degree. I kind of take that same thing with the rock and roll thing. I've always looked at my band and music as kind of a familial experience. I'm so excited whenever an opportunity comes to come to La Crosse, especially as I'm like getting to kind of direct a little more of it as opposed to like, okay, you're going to go on this tour, we're going to do this and that. It's like I'm working on the record, just kind of playing around the area while I'm working on the record and,
Sure.
Spending a lot of time with my boys because they're growing up quick.
Yeah.
They're growing up fast.
It just seems like with you and the different events you play, it's just like all about community from your Christmas shows to Artspire. So you told me something exciting right before we kind of started recording, like you're all in your record right now, right? You're wrapping that up.
Yeah. I've been working on that in between running my three boys around and go with my wife and playing all these other different bands too. Yeah, man, it's been so awesome. My buddy Dylan Nah, who's been the guitarist on a lot of my records and a dear brother and friend through the years. He's been kind of going on and off the road with Corey Wong. And when he's been doing that, he's like, dude, we got to finish that record because we were working on it. Life happens, life gets busy. And we've been just really taking the initiative to find those little windows that we can. And it's so much fun. We just go in there. We've been cranking out a couple of new tunes these last couple of times. We were going to work on other songs. And then just that inspiration hits, and then just the way that we work together and how we work, our workflow. It's like 2 hours, and we cranked out a song with like parts and all this. So we've been doing this since like 2007, working together in the studio. Like we used to do it in his basement. Now he's got a place, and I just drive to that spot. And again, taking a little bit of time. Like we don't have a deadline on it. We're not trying to finish it before this tour or that tour or so and so's tour. It's just like we're taking our time, and slow and steady wins the race, I guess.
Another thing I noticed, you kind of posted it. It looks like you're getting into fighting shape. You're posting some workouts and what are you getting ready for?
Just getting my life back. I kind of, again, running around this and that is like my health took a back seat. And as I'm like, shoot, I want to be around a little bit longer and just taking care of myself more, man. It's just wild. It's kind of saying, it's like, I feel like I'm getting back in my body.
Sure.
Which is cool. But then it's like, okay, well, if you're getting back, then where were you?
It's been a wild couple of years, so I think it's okay. I mean, even coming out of this winter it felt like I think everyone needed a breath of fresh air and to kind of recenter themselves in some ways.
Well worth it.
Yeah, I mean, just getting after it. I'm sure your show, like any show that you've done, which is always nice to check out. It seems like you play here at least a couple times a year. Artspire, Saturday, June 10th, Nicholas David. What can people expect from that show? Is it you doing your thing? Last time I saw you, it seemed like you kind of pulled out some looping and all sorts of different vibes to it.
Yeah. This time I'm coming with my trio. We got Max Santiago on the drums, and dude, he plays like the records, like all the records. That's what I've been telling everybody. I feel so blessed to play with him. And then we've been playing with Dylan on guitar, but then sometimes when Dylan can't make it, multi-instrumentalist, like amazing string guitar player Joe Cruz. We did a show together, and then we've been chatting, since that. We just had like a ball. Like when we played, it was like, wow, how, it felt like we did, been doing it for years. There was just that chemistry and just, so we're coming with the trio, man. Again, my left hand, we joke, named Major Daffodil. That's like the synth-based left hand. So it's just, we're coming as a power trio, man. So excited. Rhythm and groove music from the heart for the heart. We might play a tune or two off the new record, but I mean, some of those voice favorites that fans love and just kind of feeling the vibe, man. Well, so excited to come to South River Valley, Artspire. Just super pumped that Allison and the gals at the Pump House and reaching out. And man, just again, lacrosse is it's part of the deal. We try to go down there at least once a year, twice a year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole day of, different sort of tunes and music and drums. High and Rising is going to kick it off for you too. Also a real band I'm a big fan of called Charlie Boy would also could be getting the stage going along with Loudmouth Brass. So I think you're going to have a good crowd down there checking it out.
Super cool. Yeah, let's hope the weather stays nice too.
Is there any spot that you're going to be active coming up with this new album? Are you going to be more active on Instagram or your website's the place to go? Where's the spot?
Yeah, thefeeling.com, it's the main hub, and then, we can all the socials are on there. But we were talking about maybe trying to do some live stuff in the studio once we start adding a couple, like, the auxiliary people and some guest musicians. Like, that might be kind of fun, and we've been talking about that. And again, we got a bunch of summer shows coming out, like, around the area, so we can wrap up this record. So I say just keep your eyes on thefeeling.com.
Lacrosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at Lacrosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the Lacrosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.